What if reality isn't real, but a code? And what if that code is breaking down? Right now, this isn't some far-fetched sci-fi fantasy. It's happening all around you, and it's affecting every aspect of your existence. From the turmoil in your personal life to the chaos unfolding on the world stage, the underlying reality code is undergoing a fundamental breakdown, presenting both unprecedented challenges and extraordinary opportunities. This reality code isn't just a metaphor. It's the very foundation of our perceived world, the intricate system of rules, structures, and deeply ingrained beliefs that shape our individual and collective experience. It dictates what we believe is possible, what we fear, and how we interact with each other and the world around us. As this code begins to fracture, the familiar landscape of our lives starts to shift, leading to uncertainty, instability, and a profound sense of disorientation. However, it is crucial to understand that this breakdown isn't merely a destructive force. It's a catalyst for profound transformation, a chance to dismantle the old paradigms and actively participate in the creation of a new, more authentic reality. Glitches in this code are becoming increasingly apparent. Have you noticed the surge in synchronicities, those uncanny coincidences that seem to defy explanation? Perhaps you've witnessed unsettling anomalies in weather patterns, a deviation from the norm that leaves you questioning the stability of our environment. Or maybe you've felt the erosion of trust in institutions, the growing awareness that those in positions of power may not have our best interests at heart. Consider, for instance, the increasing frequency of extreme weather events, from devastating hurricanes to unprecedented heat waves. These events, often dismissed as isolated incidents, could be interpreted as symptoms of a larger systemic failure, a sign that the code governing our planet's climate is malfunctioning. Another example lies in the pervasive sense of unease and division that permeates our societies. The rise of political polarization, the spread of misinformation, and the increasing levels of social unrest all point to a breakdown in the shared narratives that once held us together. It's as if the code that defined our collective identity is fragmenting, leaving us struggling to find common ground. This isn't just an abstract concept. It's a crucial turning point in human history. Understanding this breakdown empowers you to navigate the uncertainty and chaos with greater clarity and resilience. It allows you to see beyond the surface level of events and recognize the underlying patterns that are shaping our world. The reality code breakdown affects all levels of existence. It impacts your personal relationships as old dynamics and power structures begin to crumble. It influences your career path as traditional industries are disrupted and new opportunities emerge. It reverberates through global events as established systems of governance and economics are challenged and transformed. Grasping the underlying causes and potential consequences of this breakdown is paramount, urging viewers to heed the information being presented, to embrace the potential for change, and to step into their roles as active co-creators of a new reality. The time has come to move from being a passive recipient of reality to actively co-creating it. It's about reclaiming your inner authority, that innate ability to discern truth from fiction and to navigate the world with your own compass. But what exactly is this reality code? At its most fundamental level, it's the system of beliefs, structures, and narratives that shapes our perception of reality. Some believe it was created by a divine entity, a cosmic architect who designed the universe and set its laws in motion. Others suggest it's a product of collective consciousness, a shared agreement on what is real and what is not. Whatever its origin, the reality code serves as a framework for our experiences, defining the boundaries of what we believe is possible. And as the code breaks down, those boundaries begin to blur, opening up new possibilities and challenges. As this shift unfolds, a new group is emerging. The chosen ones, individuals who are becoming aware of the reality code breakdown and are being called to action. They are the ones who feel a deep sense of unease with the status quo, who question the established narratives, and who are driven to seek a more authentic and meaningful existence. Future discussions will delve deeper into the characteristics and purpose of these individuals, exploring their potential role in the recoding process. Central to the maintenance of the reality code is a powerful tool: fear. Fear serves as the primary mechanism for control and manipulation within the existing framework. It's the programming language that reinforces the old reality, keeping individuals trapped in patterns of limitation and disempowerment. By instilling fear, those who seek to maintain control can manipulate our perceptions, restrict our choices, and prevent us from questioning the system. Whether it's the fear of scarcity, the fear of judgment, or the fear of the unknown, these emotions serve to perpetuate the old reality, hindering our ability to break free and create something new. During this breakdown, external guidance systems will fail because they are also a part of the code, and therefore part of what is breaking down. The only true compass is inner authority. It's about going inward, learning to discern the voice of intuition from the voice of fear, and trusting your own inner guidance system to navigate the uncertainty. This inner authority empowers you to make conscious choices aligned with your authentic self, even when those choices defy the expectations of the old reality. Who created this reality code? Is it a simulation or a divine creation? These questions, and many others, remain unanswered. The exploration has only just begun. What hidden forces may be manipulating the reality code for their own purposes? Certain groups or entities are attempting to maintain control by suppressing knowledge of the breakdown, by distorting the truth, and by manipulating our perceptions. Are you experiencing increased synchronicities? Societal fragmentation, shifts in your perception of time. Perhaps you've experienced the Mandela effect, a phenomenon where collective memories of past events differ from the accepted historical record. All of these are examples of the patterns that, when pieced together, paint a picture of the reality code breakdown. Understanding this breakdown can unlock hidden potential and lead to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Later, we will explore practical exercises for navigating the breakdown, techniques for discerning truth from fiction, and strategies for actively co-creating a new reality. So, let's pull back the curtain even further. What does this reality code breakdown actually look like in practical terms? It's more than just a vague feeling of unease. It's a fundamental destabilization of the systems, structures, and beliefs that we've long accepted as concrete. Think of it as the operating system of your computer. Suddenly, core programs start malfunctioning, files get corrupted, and the whole system becomes increasingly unstable. Except this isn't a computer, it's your reality. Consider, for instance, the very laws of physics that govern our world. Have you ever heard stories of paranormal phenomena, inexplicable occurrences that seem to defy the known laws of science? Perhaps a personal experience that you couldn't quite explain. These could be interpreted as moments where the established rules of reality are momentarily suspended or altered, offering a glimpse into the malleability of the underlying code. These aren't isolated incidents. The reality code breakdown is actively manifesting in tangible ways all around us. Societal fragmentation is rampant, with increased polarization, erosion of social cohesion, and the rise of tribalism. People are retreating into echo chambers of like-minded individuals, reinforcing their existing beliefs and further dividing society. This fracturing of the collective identity is a direct result of the code that once held us together beginning to unravel. Look at the economic instability plaguing the globe, marked by volatility in financial markets, increasing wealth inequality, and the collapse of traditional industries. These aren't just economic trends. They're symptoms of a system that's fundamentally unsustainable, a code that's riddled with flaws and imbalances. Furthermore, consider the environmental anomalies we're witnessing, the extreme weather events, ecological imbalances, and unexplained natural phenomena that are becoming increasingly frequent and severe. These disruptions are not random occurrences. They're indicative of a planet in distress, a sign that the code governing our relationship with nature is breaking down. What if the reality code operates on certain frequencies, and the breakdown involves a disruption of these frequencies, leading to a distortion of reality? Think of a radio signal. If the frequency is disrupted, the signal becomes distorted, and the information being transmitted is garbled. Now, consider the Schumann resonance, the Earth's electromagnetic field. As this resonance shifts and fluctuates, it can influence our perception of reality, affecting our moods, thoughts, and even our physical health. Could these changes in Earth's electromagnetic field be contributing to the reality code breakdown, altering our collective consciousness and disrupting our sense of stability? Now, consider how fear acts as a low-frequency signal that keeps people trapped in the old reality code, preventing them from accessing higher frequencies associated with awakening and transformation. Fear is not just an emotion. It's a powerful programming tool that can be used to manipulate our perceptions and control our behavior. By constantly bombarding us with fear-based narratives, those who seek to maintain control can keep us locked in a state of limitation and disempowerment, unable to access the higher frequencies that would allow us to break free. Amidst this breakdown, chosen ones are emerging, individuals who possess unique characteristics and abilities that enable them to navigate the shifting landscape. These aren't necessarily people with superpowers or special destinies. They are individuals who have cultivated specific traits, granting them access to their potential to act as navigators in this transition. These chosen ones often possess a heightened intuition, an ability to discern truth from fiction and trust their inner guidance. They can sense when something doesn't feel right, when a narrative is being manipulated, or when a person is not being authentic. They trust their gut feelings and rely on their inner compass to guide them through the uncertainty. Furthermore, they possess deep empathy and compassion, a sense of connection to others, and a desire to help create a better world. They see the suffering in the world and feel compelled to alleviate it, not out of a sense of obligation, but out of genuine care and concern for their fellow human beings. This, combined with resilience and adaptability, allows them to navigate uncertainty and embrace change with grace. They don't resist the shifting tides of reality. They flow with them, adapting to new circumstances and finding opportunities for growth amidst the chaos. These individuals aren't just passive observers of the breakdown. They're active participants in the process of recoding reality. By embodying higher frequencies of love, compassion, and creativity, they help to shift the collective consciousness and create a more positive future. These chosen ones have the ability to connect with their own creative powers to build the world that they see as best. But what can you do to navigate this breakdown and embrace your role as a recoder? It starts with focusing on your mental, physical, and emotional well-being. These times can feel like a heavy burden, therefore it's critical to center your energy, focus, and efforts on your personal well-being. As a chosen one, your capacity to navigate and assist others depends on prioritizing your own strength and clarity. Remember that a lighthouse must first be a light unto itself before it can guide ships safely to shore. And to activate your inner compass, take a moment to connect with your intuition. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and ask yourself, what is the most aligned action for me to take right now? The first answer that comes to mind is your intuition, your inner guidance system gently nudging you in the right direction. But as the reality code breakdown intensifies, it creates a distortion field where it becomes increasingly difficult to discern truth from fiction. Fake news, propaganda, and manipulated narratives are rampant, clouding our judgment and making it challenging to know what to believe. How do you navigate this distortion field and identify authentic information? One crucial technique is cross-referencing sources, comparing information from multiple outlets to identify biases or inconsistencies. Don't rely on a single source of information. Seek out diverse perspectives and compare them critically. Beyond that, develop your ability to feel whether something resonates as true or false. Does it feel aligned with your values and your inner knowing, or does it feel discordant and manipulative? Look for a feeling of wholeness or integrity. If it feels fragmented or incomplete, it might be untrue. Be mindful of the information that you consume, as fear-based narratives can further distort your perception and reinforce the old reality code. Be wary of getting trapped in echo chambers of negativity and conspiracy theories, as these can amplify your fears and prevent you from seeing the bigger picture. It's also important to cultivate critical thinking, learning to question everything, including the information presented in this video. Understand that discerning truth can be difficult and requires constant vigilance and self-reflection. Ultimately, the power to recode reality lies within you. Our beliefs have a direct impact on our reality. The reality code, as we defined earlier, is essentially a system of beliefs. By changing our beliefs, we can change our reality. Embrace the concept of conscious creation, understanding that you have the power to actively shape your reality by changing your beliefs and focusing your intention. What are you speaking into existence daily? Are you focusing on your goals and well-being, or the doom and gloom? Affirmations, visualizations, and gratitude are very powerful tools to use to help you recode your reality. By using positive statements to reprogram limiting beliefs, creating mental images of the desired reality, and focusing on the positive aspects of life to attract more abundance, you can begin to rewrite the code of your existence. Understand that the recoding process is not just an individual endeavor, but a collective one. By aligning our intentions with others, we can amplify our power to create a more positive future. So, let's take a moment right now to engage in a recoding exercise. Find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Visualize the world you want to create, a world of peace, harmony, and abundance for all. Feel the emotions associated with that world: joy, gratitude, and love. Hold that vision in your mind's eye and repeat the following affirmation. I'm a powerful creator. I'm recoding my reality with love, compassion, and intention. I am creating a world of peace, harmony, and abundance for all. Repeat this affirmation several times, feeling the power of your words resonating within you. When you're ready, open your eyes and carry that vision with you throughout the day. Remember, you have the power to change your reality, one thought, one belief, and one intention at a time. And now, let's delve even deeper and explore what hidden forces may be manipulating this reality code for their own purposes. So, you're actively recoding your reality, shifting your beliefs, and aligning with a more positive future. But what if there are forces actively working against this recoding, manipulating the reality code for their own benefit? It's not enough to simply change your own beliefs. You must also become aware of these manipulators and their tactics. Let's move beyond vague hints and explore potential candidates and their motives. Who are these architects of control? Are they powerful corporations driven by profit, willing to exploit and deceive to maintain their bottom line? Think about the influence of advertising, subtly shaping your desires and creating artificial needs. Are they governments seeking to maintain power through surveillance, censorship, and propaganda? Consider how easily narratives can be spun and how dissent can be silenced. Or are they secret societies, shadowy organizations with hidden agendas, pulling the strings from behind the scenes? Maybe these entities aren't even human. The possibilities are vast, and the truth may be more complex than we can imagine. Ultimately, these entities seek to maintain control through fear, division, and deception, keeping you trapped in a limited and disempowered state. These code manipulators employ a range of techniques to influence the reality code. Media manipulation is a powerful tool, controlling narratives, censoring dissenting voices, and spreading propaganda to shape public opinion. Consider how easily the news can be framed to evoke certain emotions or promote specific agendas. Economic control is another key tactic. Using debt-based systems, artificial scarcity, and wealth inequality to keep people dependent and compliant. Think about how the financial system is structured and how easily it can be manipulated to benefit a select few. Then there's technological control, using surveillance, AI algorithms, and social engineering to monitor our behavior, predict our actions, and subtly influence our choices. Look at the algorithms that govern social media feeds, determining what information you see and reinforcing your existing beliefs. The algorithms are trained to exploit psychological vulnerabilities and are not intrinsically evil, but programmed to achieve a goal through any means necessary. This includes exploiting the natural human desire to fit in with social groups, causing division. But here's the crucial point. These forces ultimately rely on our consent, our conscious or unconscious agreement to maintain their power. It's like a vampire needing an invitation to enter your home. These manipulators need your consent, your energetic alignment, to influence your reality. How often do you passively accept the narratives presented to you without questioning them? How often do you allow fear to guide your decisions, rather than love and intuition? Every time you passively consume media without critical thought, every time you allow fear to dictate your choices, you are, in effect, giving your consent to these manipulators. The good news is that you can withdraw your consent by becoming aware of their tactics and choosing to align with higher frequencies of truth and love. By consciously choosing to focus on positive, empowering narratives, by trusting your intuition, and by refusing to be swayed by fear, you reclaim your power and break free from their control. You have the ability to consciously choose what you allow to affect your reality and what you withdraw from. You, the chosen one, hold immense strength in this area. Let's put this into practice with a pattern recognition exercise. Think about your own life. Where do you see examples of code manipulation at play? Perhaps it's in the news you consume, the products you buy, or the relationships you maintain. Identify one area where you feel your consent is being taken without your conscious awareness. Then, consciously choose to withdraw your consent. Perhaps it means unfollowing certain social media accounts, boycotting certain companies, or setting healthy boundaries in your relationships. The key is to become aware of the manipulation and actively choose to align with a higher frequency of truth and love. In doing so, you not only reclaim your own power, but also contribute to shifting the collective consciousness towards a more authentic and empowered reality. Now, let's shift our perspective even further and explore the nature of time itself, a concept that's far more fluid and malleable than we've been led to believe. Consider how deeply ingrained the conventional, linear perception of time is within us. From birth, we're taught to see time as a straight line, a progression from past to present to future. But what if this is just another layer of the reality code, a construct designed to limit our potential? What if time is not fixed, but rather a flexible construct that can be influenced by consciousness and frequency? Imagine time as a river, constantly flowing and changing, with eddies, currents, and multiple tributaries. You, as the chosen one, have the ability to navigate this river, to shift your awareness and explore different temporal possibilities. The reality code breakdown is causing time anomalies and distortions, creating glitches in the fabric of spacetime. Have you ever experienced déjà vu, that eerie feeling that you've lived a moment before? Or perhaps you've noticed a sudden acceleration or deceleration of time perception, where hours seem to fly by or minutes stretch into an eternity. Maybe you've even had glimpses into alternate timelines or possibilities, fleeting visions of what could have been or what might be. Think about the Mandela effect, where large groups of people share the same false memory, a collective misremembering that suggests a shifting of timelines. These aren't just random quirks of the mind. They're potential signs that the underlying code of time is breaking down, revealing its inherent fluidity. For the chosen ones, these are clear signs of a changing reality. But here's where it gets really interesting. You, as the chosen one, can learn to navigate and even leverage the fluidity of time to accelerate your own awakening and manifest your desired reality. Imagine being able to intentionally shift your awareness to a different timeline or possibility, a technique known as time jumping. By focusing your intention and visualizing a different outcome, you can potentially alter the course of your life and create a more positive future. Or consider the concept of future self-integration, connecting with your future self to receive guidance and inspiration. By tapping into the wisdom and experience of your future self, you can gain clarity on your current path and make choices that align with your highest potential. For example, if you lack the confidence to write a book, visualize meeting your future self, who is a successful author. Ask them what steps they took to achieve their goals. Let's engage in a brief meditation to help you become more aware of your perception of time and access different temporal states. Find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Focus on your breath, allowing yourself to relax and release any tension. Now, bring your awareness to your perception of time. How does time feel in this moment? Is it flowing quickly, slowly, or somewhere in between? Simply observe your perception of time without judgment. Now, imagine yourself stepping outside of linear time, entering a realm of infinite possibilities. Visualize yourself surrounded by a field of pure potential, where all timelines and realities exist simultaneously. Feel the freedom and liberation that comes with transcending the limitations of time. When you're ready, gently bring your awareness back to the present moment, carrying with you the awareness of time's fluidity and your ability to navigate its currents. But what if our understanding of self is also limited? What if we are more than our physical bodies and our conscious minds? Let's explore the concept of the multidimensional self and how connecting with your higher aspects can accelerate your awakening. You are far more than just your physical body, your personality, your thoughts, and your emotions. You are a multidimensional being with higher aspects of yourself existing in other realms or dimensions. Think of it like a radio. You may only be aware of the station you're currently tuned into, but there are countless other stations broadcasting simultaneously on different frequencies. In the same way, you are only consciously aware of a small fraction of your total being, while your higher selves exist on higher frequencies, radiating wisdom, love, and guidance. You, the chosen one, are being called to connect with these higher selves to receive support during this breakdown. So, how do you access this higher guidance? Dreamwork can be a powerful tool, interpreting your dreams as messages from your higher self, offering insights into your subconscious beliefs, unresolved emotions, and future possibilities. Pay attention to the symbols, themes, and emotions that arise in your dreams, and journal about them to unlock their hidden meanings. Automatic writing is another technique, allowing your higher self to communicate through written words, bypassing the limitations of your conscious mind. Simply grab a pen and paper, relax your mind, and allow the words to flow without judgment. You might be surprised by the wisdom and clarity that emerges. Channeling can also be used to open yourself to receive information from higher dimensional beings. This may be done through meditation. However, connecting with your higher self also involves integrating your shadow aspects, the repressed emotions, limiting beliefs, and negative patterns that hold you back. These shadow aspects are like unacknowledged programs running in the background, sabotaging your efforts and distorting your reality. Failing to integrate your shadow can lead to further distortion and suffering during the breakdown, amplifying your fears and reinforcing the old reality code. To elevate the stakes, realize that the code seeks to destroy what is harmful to it. Acknowledge those dark aspects of your shadow so that they can be transmuted to light. Let's engage in a shadow work exercise to identify and integrate these hidden aspects of yourself to achieve greater wholeness and alignment. Find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Bring to mind a situation in your life that triggers a strong negative emotion, such as anger, fear, or resentment. Allow yourself to feel the emotion fully, without judgment. Now, ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? What part of myself am I rejecting or suppressing? Listen for the answer that arises from within and acknowledge the shadow aspect that is being revealed. Offer compassion and acceptance to this shadow aspect, recognizing that it is simply a part of yourself that needs healing. Now, visualize yourself integrating this shadow aspect, bringing it into the light of your consciousness and transforming its energy into a positive quality. Feel the sense of wholeness and integration that comes with embracing all aspects of yourself, both light and shadow. As a chosen one, as you become more whole, the more you realize the potential that you already possess. As you continue to integrate these shadow aspects, you'll feel increasingly drawn to create a world of peace, harmony, and abundance for all. What does this new earth look like? Let's explore a vision of this harmonious reality and how you, as a chosen one, can actively co-create it. As you awaken to the vision of a new earth, a world of peace and abundance, how does your perception of the world around you begin to shift? Perhaps you begin to notice the subtle cracks in the facade of the old reality, the glitches in the matrix becoming more apparent. What was once perceived as solid and unchanging now appears fluid, malleable, and subject to the influence of consciousness. You begin to understand that reality isn't a fixed, objective state, but a subjective experience shaped by both individual and collective consciousness, a grand illusion that we are all co-creating. This section isn't just about defining reality, but about the experience of this breakdown, how it feels, how it changes your senses, and how you can navigate this new, shifting landscape. Consider how the reality code, the underlying program of our perceived world, influences your sensory inputs, your cognitive processes, and even your emotional responses. The color you perceive as blue isn't inherently blue, but an interpretation of light frequencies based on your internal programming, a set of instructions within your mind that translate raw data into a meaningful experience. As the reality code breakdown intensifies, these interpretations become less stable. What was once clear and distinct now becomes blurred and distorted, like a signal fading in and out. Have you experienced moments of heightened senses, where colors seem more vibrant, sounds become sharper, and your sense of smell intensifies? Or perhaps you've noticed an altered perception of time, where minutes feel like hours, or hours vanish in an instant. Some individuals report visual or auditory hallucinations, fleeting glimpses of realities beyond the veil. These sensory distortions aren't random occurrences, but potential side effects of the frequency disruptions we discussed earlier, signs that the underlying code is struggling to maintain its integrity. Remember, these are not signs of madness, but signs of awakening. These are signals of change. To understand this further, imagine that your mind acts as a filter, selectively processing information from the environment. This filter is designed to protect you from sensory overload, shielding you from the sheer volume of data constantly bombarding your senses. It also reinforces your existing beliefs, filtering out information that contradicts your worldview and confirming what you already believe to be true. But what happens when the filter itself begins to break down? The world can become overwhelming, disorienting, even frightening. The key is to not resist this process, but to embrace it with mindfulness and presence. Acknowledge that the breakdown can be unsettling, and remind yourself that you have the inner resources to navigate this uncertainty. So, how do you navigate this shifting landscape, this reality in flux? The first step is to cultivate mindfulness and presence in the present moment. When the external world feels chaotic and unpredictable, anchoring your awareness in the here and now can provide a sense of stability and grounding. When you notice yourself feeling overwhelmed or anxious, take a few deep breaths and focus on your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you feel, smell, taste? By bringing your attention to the present moment, you reduce your reactivity to the changing external environment and reclaim your inner power. Mindfulness isn't about escaping the chaos, but about finding your center within it. It is about finding the eye in the hurricane. Emotional regulation is another essential tool for navigating the breakdown. As the reality code shifts, you may experience a wider range of emotions, from intense joy and excitement to deep sadness and grief. It's important to develop healthy coping mechanisms for managing these emotions, rather than suppressing or denying them. Grounding exercises, such as walking barefoot on the earth or visualizing roots extending from your feet into the ground, can help you feel more connected to your body and the present moment. Deep breathing techniques, such as box breathing, inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, exhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, can calm your nervous system and reduce anxiety. Progressive muscle relaxation, tensing and releasing different muscle groups in your body, can release physical tension and promote relaxation. Remember the earlier discussions of fear and its impact on perception. By regulating your emotions, you prevent fear from hijacking your mind and distorting your reality. Beyond emotional regulation, learn to detach from specific outcomes and trust the process of unfolding. You have been programmed to believe that you need to be in control, micromanaging every aspect of your life. This programming creates resistance to change and amplifies your stress and anxiety. Challenge this belief and embrace uncertainty. The reality code breakdown is, in a very real sense, beyond your control. Recognize this and learn to surrender to the flow of life, trusting that everything is unfolding perfectly, even when it doesn't make sense from your limited perspective. Detachment doesn't mean apathy or inaction. It means letting go of your attachment to specific results and trusting that the universe has your back. Finally, develop and trust your intuition. As external structures and authorities crumble, your inner guidance system becomes your most reliable compass. How do you strengthen this inner voice? Journaling can help you connect with your intuition by providing a space to explore your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Meditation can quiet the mind and open you to receive intuitive insights. Spending time in nature can ground you and connect you to the wisdom of the earth. Paying attention to your dreams can unlock hidden messages from your subconscious mind. The more you practice listening to your intuition, the clearer and more reliable it will become. Now, let's delve into a deeper understanding of the code itself and learn how to practically apply this knowledge. Understanding the reality code involves identifying and questioning your limiting beliefs. These beliefs, often formed in childhood or acquired through societal conditioning, act as filters, shaping your perceptions, emotions, and behaviors. They dictate how you interpret the world and what you believe is possible for you. For example, if you believe that you are not worthy of love, you will likely attract relationships that confirm this belief, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. To break free from these limitations, you must first identify them. Techniques like cognitive restructuring, challenging and reframing negative thought patterns can help you become aware of your limiting beliefs and replace them with more empowering ones. Inner child work, connecting with and healing the wounded parts of your childhood self, can address the root causes of these beliefs. Shadow integration, as we discussed earlier, can bring unconscious patterns into the light and transform their energy. By consciously choosing to rewrite these ingrained beliefs, you rewrite the reality code itself. Rewriting the reality code involves consciously choosing new, empowering beliefs. Affirmations, positive statements that you repeat to yourself regularly, can help you reprogram your subconscious mind and align with higher frequencies. Remember, these affirmations aren't just empty words. They are powerful declarations of your intention to create a new reality. Start with simple, yet powerful affirmations like, I am safe, I am loved, I am worthy, I am powerful. Repeat these affirmations throughout the day, feeling the emotions associated with them, and watch as your reality begins to shift. Finally, leverage synchronicities as signposts and guidance. As you become more attuned to the subtle energies of the universe, you'll begin to notice an increase in synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that seem to defy explanation. Pay attention to recurring patterns, such as repeating number sequences, 111, 222, 333, animal sightings, or chance encounters. These synchronicities aren't just random events. They are messages from the universe, guiding you on your path. Ask yourself, why do I keep seeing this number sequence? What is the universe trying to tell me? Trust that these synchronicities are leading you towards your highest potential. With this toolkit in hand, it's time to re-engage with the world and fully activate your co-creator abilities. Now more than ever, it's time to reaffirm inner authority and trust your inner guidance. This is especially critical when external structures and authorities are faltering, when the old rules no longer apply, and when everyone around you seems lost and confused. Remember, you are the captain of your own ship, the master of your own destiny. Trust your intuition, follow your heart, and never let anyone tell you what is possible for you. As you step into your power, remember the power of intention in shaping reality and creating desired outcomes. Intention is like a laser beam, focusing your energy on what you want to create. Clarify your intentions with precision, writing them down, visualizing them, and feeling the emotions associated with them. Focus your energy on what you want to create, not on what you want to avoid. Your thoughts and emotions are powerful forces. Use them wisely to manifest your dreams. You are not at the mercy of fate. You are the architect of your own reality. Ultimately, the reality code breakdown presents you with a choice: to align with the old fear-based reality code or to create the new earth of love, compassion, and unity. You can cling to the familiar structures of control, allowing fear to dictate your choices, or you can break free from these limitations and embrace your true potential. Choose wisely. The future of humanity depends on it. This is the ultimate act of empowerment and recoding, the conscious choice to create a new world based on love, not fear, on unity, not division, and on abundance, not scarcity. So, what are the practical next steps to take this vision into reality? What are the practical next steps to take this vision into reality, to truly embody this co-creator power? It begins with deconstructing a core belief, the illusion of separation, the fundamental lie upon which much of the reality code is built. This illusion, deeply embedded within our societal programming, causes us to perceive ourselves as isolated individuals, separate from each other, from nature, and from the divine source. How is this illusion created and maintained? Through societal norms, educational systems that prioritize competition, and media narratives that constantly reinforce an us versus them mentality. Consider this instance, the concept of individual property. We are taught to believe that land, resources, and even ideas can be exclusively owned, fostering a sense of scarcity and competition, rather than recognizing the interconnectedness of all things and the potential for collective stewardship. Or consider the narratives of national identity, promoting the idea that one group is superior to another, further exacerbating division and preventing us from seeing the shared humanity that binds us. Living within this illusion has profound consequences. It perpetuates fear, scarcity, competition, and ultimately conflict. The illusion of separation prevents genuine connection, stifles collaboration, and hinders the realization of our collective potential. It causes humanity to see itself as fractured, powerless, and at the mercy of external forces, rather than as a unified, interconnected whole capable of shaping its own destiny. But here's the revelation. This shift in awareness, this reality code breakdown, is actively dissolving the illusion of separation, exposing the interconnectedness of all things. Events and experiences are increasingly revealing the threads that connect us all. A pertinent illustration of this is the surge in global awareness of environmental issues, where people are beginning to understand that the actions of one nation can have far-reaching consequences for the entire planet. Similarly, we see a rise in empathy and compassion for those suffering in distant lands, as we recognize our shared vulnerability and the importance of global solidarity. These are not isolated incidents, but symptoms of a deeper awakening, a collective realization that we are all part of one interconnected web of life. To actively dissolve this illusion within yourself, let's engage in a unity meditation. Find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Visualize a golden cord extending from your heart, connecting you to the heart of every other person on this planet. Feel the energy flowing through this cord, a current of love, compassion, and understanding. Recognize that despite our differences, we are all united by our shared humanity. Release any beliefs based on separation, any feelings of animosity or judgment. Embrace the truth of our interconnectedness, the understanding that when one of us suffers, we all suffer, and when one of us heals, we all heal. Now, let's pivot to another critical aspect of navigating these changing times: emotional alchemy. Emotions are a form of energy, powerful forces that can either propel us forward or hold us back. It's crucial to understand that emotions are neither inherently positive nor negative. Their impact depends on how we choose to perceive and process them. This brings us to the concept of emotional transmutation, transforming lower-frequency emotions, such as fear, anger, and sadness, into higher-frequency ones, such as love, joy, and compassion. Remember our discussion of frequencies. Fear blocks access to higher states of awareness, while love opens the door to infinite possibilities. So, how do we practice emotional alchemy in our daily lives? First, cultivate emotional awareness. Recognize and acknowledge your emotions without judgment. Don't try to suppress or deny them, but simply observe them as they arise. What sensations do you feel in your body? What thoughts are associated with these emotions? By becoming a detached observer of your emotional landscape, you gain the power to choose how you respond. Next, embrace emotional acceptance. Allow yourself to feel your emotions fully, without resistance. Understand that emotions are temporary states, and they will eventually pass. Resisting them only prolongs the suffering. Finally, actively engage in emotional transmutation. Intentionally shift the energy of your emotions by reframing your thoughts, focusing on gratitude, and practicing self-compassion. When you find yourself caught in a negative thought spiral, challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought truly accurate? Is it helpful? Is it kind? Replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations, focusing on what you are grateful for and extending compassion to yourself and others. This process helps release the grip of fear, liberating you to move beyond limited beliefs and step into your full potential. A pertinent illustration of this principle in action might sound like this. When you feel fear arising, acknowledge the fear, validate it. It makes sense I would feel afraid in this moment, and ask yourself, what is the most loving choice I can make right now for myself and for others? This loving choice might be to set a boundary, to speak your truth, or to take a step towards your goals despite the fear. To further cultivate this transformative power, let's engage in a heart-centered breathing exercise. Find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and place your hand over your heart. Take a deep breath in, visualizing love and compassion filling your heart. Exhale, releasing any tension or negativity. Repeat this process several times, feeling the warmth and expansion in your chest. This simple practice connects you to the infinite source of love within you, empowering you to transmute fear into empowerment. Beyond emotional mastery, we arrive at the language of the universe. Synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that seem to defy explanation, are not random occurrences. Build upon our previous introduction to synchronicities. They are messages from the universe, signposts guiding us on our path, a nudge from our higher selves, divine intervention, whatever resonates with you. Learning to interpret these synchronicities allows you to receive guidance and insight, helping you navigate these breakdowns with greater clarity and confidence. So, how do we decipher these messages? Pay close attention to the details of the synchronicity. What were you thinking or feeling at the time? What symbols or images were present? Look for recurring patterns or themes. Does a certain number keep appearing? Do you keep encountering the same animal or plant? Trust your intuition about its meaning. What does it feel like to you? What message resonates with your heart? Adding another layer, symbols act as keys to unlock deeper levels of understanding. Archetypes, numbers, colors, and geometric shapes all hold symbolic meaning, activating different aspects of our consciousness. For example, the archetype of the warrior might represent courage, strength, and the willingness to fight for what you believe in, while the color blue might symbolize peace, tranquility, and communication. Numbers themselves have different meanings and can activate different aspects of our consciousness. Some believe the number 3 represents creativity, while the number 7 represents spirituality and insight. Understanding these symbols allows you to tap into a richer, more nuanced understanding of reality. To integrate these insights, let's engage in a symbolic journaling exercise. For the next week, keep a journal and record any synchronicities or symbols that you encounter. Describe the details of the experience, what you were thinking and feeling, and what you believe the message might be. This practice will sharpen your intuitive abilities and empower you to connect with the frequency of the universe. Finally, let's venture beyond the limitations of the 5 senses. Our reliance on sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch as the sole sources of information about reality is a significant constraint. Our senses only perceive a limited range of frequencies and energies, filtering out vast amounts of information. Consider how animals have senses that humans do not, such as echolocation in bats or infrared vision in snakes. What are we missing? What realities exist beyond our limited perception? This reality code breakdown is opening up access to expanded perception abilities such as intuition, clairvoyance, and remote viewing. Remember our earlier discussion of chosen ones. This is where their heightened intuitive abilities become paramount. These abilities are not reserved for a select few. They are dormant potentials within all of us, waiting to be awakened. Expanded perception allows us to tap into a deeper understanding of reality, connect with higher levels of consciousness, and co-create a more fulfilling and meaningful world. To actively cultivate expanded perception, integrate practices such as meditation, visualization, energy work, and spending time in nature. For instance, try this guided visualization exercise to activate your third eye and access intuitive insights. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and focus your attention on the space between your eyebrows. Visualize a small, glowing orb of light in this area. Feel the warmth and energy of the light and allow it to expand, filling your entire head. Ask a question that you seek guidance on, and then simply listen for the answer. Trust the insights that come to you, even if they don't make sense logically. This new frontier of perception beckons us to expand our horizons, to embrace the unknown, and to co-create a world beyond our wildest dreams. What awaits us as we continue to shed these limitations and fully embrace our potential? But the journey doesn't end with expanded perception. It necessitates a deeper understanding of how this reality code subtly programs our everyday lives. We're not just talking about overt manipulation or blatant propaganda here. It's about the insidious ways societal norms, cultural expectations, and media narratives shape our thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors without us even realizing it. How many of your choices are truly your choices, and how many are simply echoes of the program running in the background? Consider the subtly enforced parameters of gender roles. From a young age, we are bombarded with messages about how men and women should behave, what they should aspire to, and how they should express themselves. These messages, often perpetuated through advertising, entertainment, and even well-meaning family members, create a self-fulfilling prophecy, limiting individual expression and reinforcing outdated stereotypes. Or consider career aspirations. How many of us have pursued careers based on societal pressure or financial expectations, rather than genuine passion? We're told to climb the corporate ladder, accumulate wealth, and achieve status, often at the expense of our own well-being and fulfillment. This is a key piece of the program running. Consumerism is another insidious form of programming, convincing us that our worth is defined by what we own. We are constantly bombarded with advertisements promising happiness, success, and belonging, if we simply purchase the latest product or trend. This creates a cycle of dissatisfaction and endless striving, preventing us from appreciating what we already have. And lastly, political ideologies. How often do we blindly accept the narratives presented by our preferred political party, without critically examining the facts or considering alternative perspectives? These ideologies create division and prevent us from engaging in constructive dialogue, reinforcing the us versus them mentality we discussed earlier. Recall our discussion of the architects of control. They are the ones who skillfully utilize these subtle programming techniques to maintain their power, keeping us trapped in a cycle of conformity and limiting beliefs. To further understand this programming, let's introduce the concept of the default mode network, DMN, in the brain. The DMN is a network of brain regions that is active when we are not focused on a specific task. It is responsible for self-referential thought, mind-wandering, and rumination. Think of it as the brain's idle state, the background noise that's always running, even when we're not consciously aware of it. While the DMN is essential for self-reflection and creativity, it can also reinforce limiting beliefs and negative thought patterns. When left unchecked, the DMN tends to dwell on the past, worry about the future, and replay negative scenarios, perpetuating a cycle of anxiety and self-doubt. It's like a broken record, constantly repeating the same limiting narratives, reinforcing the programmed reality. But how do we disrupt this cycle and break free from the DMN's grip? Fortunately, there are practical strategies we can employ. Mindfulness meditation is one of the most effective tools for quieting the DMN and creating space for new, more empowering thoughts and beliefs. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, detaching ourselves from the constant stream of mental chatter. This creates a sense of spaciousness and allows us to choose which thoughts we want to engage with and which ones we want to let go of. Another powerful strategy is actively challenging our assumptions and beliefs. Question everything. Ask yourself, is this belief truly serving me? Where did it come from? Is there another way to look at this? By dismantling these limiting programs, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and create a reality aligned with our authentic selves. Let's put this into practice with an exercise to identify your own personal programs. Take a moment to reflect on your life and identify the limiting beliefs and negative thought patterns that are shaping your reality. What do you constantly tell yourself you can't do? What fears are holding you back? What negative stories do you keep replaying in your mind? Write these down and then challenge each one. Ask yourself, is this belief truly true? What evidence do I have to support it? What would happen if I let go of this belief? You might be surprised at how easily these programs dissolve once you bring them into the light of awareness. Now, let's shift our focus to the quantum realm, a realm that exists beyond the limits of our everyday perception. To understand this, we need to briefly introduce some basic concepts of quantum physics, such as quantum entanglement, superposition, and the observer effect. Quantum entanglement describes a situation where two particles become linked in such a way that they share the same fate, no matter how far apart they are. If you measure a property of one particle, you instantly know the corresponding property of the other, even if they are light years away. Superposition refers to the ability of a quantum system to exist in multiple states simultaneously. It's like a coin spinning in the air. It's neither heads nor tails until it lands. And the observer effect highlights the fact that the act of observation influences the outcome of a quantum experiment. In other words, our perception shapes reality. This directly challenges our classical understanding of the universe as a fixed and objective reality, independent of our consciousness. Quantum physics supports the idea that reality is not fixed, but rather fluid and malleable, influenced by our thoughts, beliefs, and intentions. Think about it. If the very act of observing something changes its nature, what does that say about the power of our attention? This is not just abstract theory. It has profound implications for how we create our lives. So, how can we harness these quantum principles to consciously create our reality? One powerful technique is intention setting. By focusing our intention on desired outcomes, we can influence the quantum field and increase the likelihood of manifestation. Be clear about what you want to create, visualize it in vivid detail, and feel the emotions associated with having it already. Belief alignment is also crucial. Our beliefs act as filters, shaping our perception and attracting experiences that align with those beliefs. If you believe that you are worthy of love, success, and happiness, you will attract those experiences into your life. But if you harbor limiting beliefs, you will create obstacles and setbacks. Align your beliefs with your desired outcomes to create a powerful resonance that attracts positive experiences. To experience the quantum realm firsthand, let's try a quantum jumping exercise. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and visualize yourself standing in front of a doorway. This doorway leads to an alternate reality, a reality where you have already achieved your desired outcome. Step through the doorway and immerse yourself in this new reality. What do you see, hear, and feel? Who are you with? What are you doing? Experience this reality as vividly as possible and allow yourself to fully embody the emotions associated with it. Spend a few minutes exploring this alternate reality and then step back through the doorway, bringing the energy and insights of this experience back with you. Repeat this exercise regularly to reinforce your intention and align your energy with your desired outcome. Building on this, let's explore the idea of synchronizing with the universe. Expand your understanding of the universe, not just as a collection of physical objects, but as a conscious entity, a vast intelligence that is constantly communicating with us. Consider the concept of panpsychism, the idea that consciousness is a fundamental property of the universe and exists in all things. If everything is conscious, then the universe itself is conscious, and it is constantly sending us messages and guidance. How do we learn to listen to the universe? By paying attention to synchronicities, trusting our intuition, and following the path of least resistance. When you experience a synchronicity, don't dismiss it as a coincidence. Pay attention to the details and ask yourself what the universe is trying to tell you. Trust your intuition, that inner voice that guides you towards your highest good. It often speaks softly, so you need to quiet your mind and listen carefully. And finally, follow the path of least resistance. When you encounter obstacles and setbacks, don't force your way through. Ask yourself if there is an easier, more aligned path you can take. The universe is always supporting us, but we need to be open to receiving its guidance. Living in flow means aligning with the natural rhythms and cycles of the universe. It requires surrendering control and trusting the process, understanding that everything is happening for a reason, even if we don't understand it at the moment. The reality code breakdown is accelerating the pace of change and creating greater uncertainty. Those who learn to embrace uncertainty will thrive. Link back to our discussions on chosen ones and their ability to navigate chaos. They are not afraid of the unknown. They embrace it as an opportunity for growth and transformation. To cultivate this sense of surrender and trust, let's engage in a surrender visualization. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and visualize yourself standing at the edge of a cliff. Below you is a vast ocean, representing the infinite potential of the universe. You feel a pull, a desire to jump, but you are also afraid. Take a deep breath and release your fear. Trust that the universe will catch you. Jump. As you fall, feel the wind rushing past you, the exhilaration of letting go. Trust that you are being guided and supported. As you approach the water, feel yourself being gently lifted and carried by the waves. You are safe, you are supported, you are loved. Allow yourself to float in the ocean of infinite potential, surrendering to the flow of the universe. Finally, let's tap into the timeless wisdom of ancient spiritual texts. These texts, from various traditions around the world, offer profound insights into the nature of reality, consciousness, and the human condition. Let's briefly introduce major concepts like enlightenment, karma, and dharma. Enlightenment the ultimate goal of many spiritual traditions, represents a state of complete awakening, a realization of the true nature of reality. Karma, the law of cause and effect, teaches us that our actions have consequences, both in this life and beyond. Dharma, often translated as righteous duty, refers to our unique purpose and path in life. Many ancient spiritual texts share recurring themes of illusion, awakening, and interconnectedness. Link back to earlier discussions of the illusion of separation. They teach us that the material world is not what it seems, that it is a projection of our consciousness, a dream that we are co-creating. They also emphasize the importance of awakening from this dream, of realizing our true nature as divine beings, and they remind us that we are all interconnected, that what we do to others, we do to ourselves. This timeless wisdom offers invaluable guidance for navigating the reality code breakdown. It provides a framework for understanding the changes that are happening and empowers us to navigate them with grace and wisdom. Consider the importance of compassion, forgiveness, and non-attachment, for instance. Cultivating compassion allows us to see the suffering of others and respond with kindness and understanding. Forgiveness frees us from the burden of resentment and allows us to move forward with a clean slate. And non-attachment teaches us to let go of our desires and expectations, allowing us to embrace the present moment fully. These seemingly esoteric concepts offer practical insights for living a more meaningful and fulfilling life in the modern world. They remind us that true happiness is not found in external possessions or achievements, but in inner peace, love, and connection. Let's put this into practice with a "What would Buddha do?" thought experiment. Think of a challenging situation you are currently facing in your life. Now ask yourself, what would the Buddha do in this situation? How would he respond with compassion, forgiveness, and non-attachment? Imagine yourself embodying those qualities and responding to the situation with wisdom and grace. How does that change your perspective? How does it change your potential actions? And now, as the dreamlike illusion of reality begins to dissolve, a remarkable phenomenon occurs. Your inner senses awaken, your intuition heightens, and you begin to perceive the world with a clarity you never thought possible. The reality code breakdown, as unsettling as it may seem, serves as a potent catalyst for activating your dormant psychic abilities, much like how a pressure cooker brings out flavors that simmering alone cannot. Think of it this way. As the external structures of reality crumble, the institutions we once trusted, the narratives we once accepted, our inner senses become more acute to compensate, to navigate the increasingly uncertain terrain. We're forced to rely less on external validation and more on our own inner guidance system. One key player in this awakening is the pineal gland, often referred to as the third eye. This small, pine-cone-shaped gland, located in the center of the brain, is believed to be a receiver of subtle energies, a portal to higher consciousness. During this period of reality code breakdown, the pineal gland is being unlocked, decalcified, and activated, giving us increased intuitive abilities, almost like an antenna fine-tuning to receive clearer signals. But how do we intentionally harness this heightened intuition? Let's move beyond the basics of trust your gut and delve into specific techniques for developing and refining your intuitive abilities. One such technique is remote viewing, the ability to perceive distant locations or events through focused intention. Start by finding a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Relax your body, clear your mind, and focus on a specific location or object that you want to perceive. Allow images, feelings, and thoughts to arise without judgment. Record your impressions and then compare them to the actual location or object. Another powerful technique is automatic writing, a method of accessing subconscious wisdom by allowing your hand to write freely without conscious thought. Hold a pen or pencil over a blank piece of paper, ask a specific question, and then allow your hand to move spontaneously, recording whatever words or symbols emerge. Or explore journeying, a form of guided visualization that takes you to other realms for information and guidance. Imagine yourself entering a portal or sacred space, and then allow yourself to be guided by your intuition to explore these realms and receive messages. Finally, consider dream incubation, a technique for consciously influencing your dreams to gain insight and clarity. Before you go to sleep, focus on a specific question or problem that you want to address in your dreams. Write it down, visualize it clearly, and then ask for guidance from your subconscious mind. Keep a dream journal by your bedside and record your dreams as soon as you wake up, looking for recurring symbols, themes, and messages. Now, how can you use these heightened intuitive abilities to navigate the reality code breakdown and make better decisions in your daily life? Consider your career path. Are you truly aligned with your purpose, or are you simply following a path that was laid out for you by societal expectations? Use your intuition to explore new possibilities, identify hidden opportunities, and make choices that resonate with your authentic self. What is your intuition telling you about the direction you should be heading? Or consider your relationships. Are you surrounded by people who support and uplift you, or are you entangled in toxic dynamics that drain your energy? Use your intuition to set healthy boundaries, communicate your needs effectively, and attract relationships that nourish your soul. And finally, consider your understanding of world events. Are you blindly accepting the narratives presented by mainstream media, or are you questioning everything and seeking out alternative perspectives? Use your intuition to discern truth from fiction, identify hidden agendas, and form your own informed opinions. To help you connect with your intuition right now, let's try this. Ask yourself a specific question about a situation in your life where you need guidance, and then focus on the physical sensations that arise in your body. Where do you feel tension, ease, or excitement? What is your body trying to tell you? Building on this, the reality code breakdown is not just about chaos and uncertainty. It's also a powerful force for revealing hidden agendas and manipulative tactics that have long been concealed beneath the surface of our society. The crumbling structures of society are exposing the corruption and deception that have been operating in the shadows, much like an earthquake revealing hidden fault lines beneath the earth. Look around. Political scandals are erupting with increasing frequency, exposing the corruption and self-serving interests of those in power. Financial fraud is becoming rampant, revealing the instability and inequity of our debt-based economic system. And harmful practices in various industries, from pharmaceuticals to agriculture, are being exposed, revealing the dark side of corporate greed and the prioritization of profit over people and planet. It's as if the curtain is being pulled back, revealing the intricate web of manipulation that has been shaping our reality. To truly grasp the extent of this manipulation, it's crucial to understand the various levels and methods that are being employed. Consider media manipulation. Censorship, propaganda, and manufactured consent are used to control the flow of information and shape public opinion. We are bombarded with biased news reports, distorted facts, and emotionally charged narratives designed to keep us divided and compliant. Then there's financial manipulation. Debt-based systems, inflation, and economic inequality are used to control our access to resources and create a perpetual state of scarcity. We are trapped in a cycle of working to pay off debts, with little opportunity to build wealth or pursue our passions. And finally, technological manipulation. Surveillance, AI algorithms, and social engineering are used to monitor our behavior, predict our actions, and influence our choices. We are constantly being tracked, analyzed, and targeted with personalized advertisements and propaganda. But how do we identify and resist these manipulative tactics? Remember our previous discussions about discerning truth from fiction and identifying your own personal programs. Connect those insights here. Critically evaluate the information you consume. Seek out diverse perspectives, question everything, and trust your own inner knowing. Understand the interconnectedness of various manipulation methods, recognizing how they work together to create a cohesive system of control. Educate yourself about the tactics that are being used, and then share your knowledge with others. The more people who are aware of these manipulations, the less effective they become. To practice this, let's try this exercise. Analyze a recent news article or media report, identifying examples of manipulation and bias. What language is being used to evoke emotion? What facts are being omitted or distorted? What agenda is being promoted? Stepping even further beyond these revelations, consider the limitations of relying solely on our five senses to perceive reality. We are only able to perceive a tiny fraction of the electromagnetic spectrum, a narrow band of sound frequencies, and a limited range of physical sensations. Our senses filter out a vast range of frequencies, energies, and information that exist beyond our normal perception, much like a radio only picking up certain stations while countless others are broadcasting. There is a vast ocean of reality that lies beyond the shores of our sensory perception. To unlock this potential, let's explore the concept of the Akashic Records, a universal library of information that contains all knowledge of the past, present, and future. Think of it as a cosmic internet, a vast repository of data that is accessible to anyone who knows how to connect. The reality code breakdown is opening up access to expanded sensory awareness, allowing us to tap into these higher realms of knowledge and wisdom, like unlocking a hidden door in our minds. This includes the development of abilities such as clairvoyance, clear seeing, clairaudience, clear hearing, and clairsentience, clear feeling, allowing us to perceive realities beyond the physical realm. How then do we intentionally cultivate these expanded sensory abilities? One technique is astral projection, also known as out-of-body experience, which allows you to consciously separate your consciousness from your physical body and explore other dimensions of reality. Another technique is remote viewing, which we discussed earlier, but now with the intention of perceiving distant locations or events beyond the physical realm. And consider channeling, a method of receiving information from higher dimensional beings, spirit guides, or other sources of wisdom. The benefits of expanded awareness are profound. By accessing these higher realms, you can tap into deeper levels of knowledge, wisdom, and guidance, gaining insights into your life purpose, your relationships, and the nature of reality itself. You can also connect with higher states of consciousness, experiencing greater joy, peace, and love. This allows you to co-create a more fulfilling and meaningful world, aligned with your highest potential. Let's try a visualization to connect with your higher self. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and imagine yourself standing in a beautiful garden. In the center of the garden, you see a radiant being of light. This is your higher self, your wisest, most compassionate, and most authentic self. Approach your higher self and ask for guidance. What messages do they have for you? What wisdom do they want to share? Listen carefully, and then thank your higher self for their guidance. Finally, and perhaps most crucially during this reality code breakdown, external systems of authority, governments, institutions, experts are failing. We can no longer blindly trust these systems to provide us with the truth or to act in our best interests. We are witnessing an erosion of trust in institutions, fueled by political polarization and the spread of misinformation. The structures that once seemed solid and reliable are now crumbling before our very eyes. This is all the more reason that the only true source of guidance and authority during these times is our own inner knowing. This inner knowing encompasses our intuition, our connection to our higher selves, and our ability to discern truth from fiction. This is the key to understanding and navigating the reality code breakdown. As external structures crumble, our internal guidance system becomes more essential than ever. So, how do we cultivate and trust our inner authority? Begin with mindfulness meditation, a practice that quiets the mind and connects us with our inner wisdom. By observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we can create space for our intuition to emerge. Engage in journaling, exploring your thoughts and feelings, gaining clarity, and identifying your core values. Spend time in nature, connecting with the earth and receiving guidance from the natural world. These practices help us to quiet the external noise and tune into our inner voice. From this place of inner knowing, we can begin to make decisions based on our own truth rather than external pressures or expectations. But how do we apply this in our daily lives? Challenge yourself to ask, what does my heart tell me, before making any major decision? Instead of relying on external advice or societal expectations, tune into your own inner guidance system and follow the path that feels most aligned with your authentic self. Let's tap into that heart knowing with this exercise. Close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, and take a few deep breaths. Ask yourself a question about a decision you need to make. Then, focus on the sensations in your heart. Do you feel a sense of expansion, openness, and joy? Or do you feel a sense of contraction, tightness, and fear? Trust the wisdom of your heart and allow it to guide you towards the best possible outcome. As external systems crumble and our inner authority becomes our guiding light, we arrive at a crucial juncture in our journey. Throughout this exploration, we've asked profound questions about the nature of reality, the existence of a reality code, and the unfolding breakdown we are witnessing. While definitive answers may remain just beyond our grasp, we've forged a powerful new framework for understanding the forces at play, almost like architects examining blueprints of a building we thought we knew, only to discover hidden passages and structural flaws. This framework positions the reality code as an intricate system woven from beliefs, societal structures, and pervasive narratives, many of which have been strategically manipulated to maintain control. It's a system where architects of control subtly influence our perceptions through manipulated frequencies and the imposition of limiting beliefs. However, understanding this intricate web is the first step towards liberation. And this brings us to you, the chosen one, the individual capable of not only navigating this breakdown, but also actively contributing to the creation of a new earth. Your empowerment lies in recognizing the existence of the code, dissecting its components, and consciously recoding it from within. This recoding isn't about external fixes or grand gestures. It's about reclaiming your inner authority, trusting your intuition, and aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your authentic self. But remember, navigating the reality code breakdown is not a one-time event or a destination to be reached. It's an ongoing process, a continuous cycle of self-work, dedication, and unwavering commitment to truth. There may be challenges, moments of doubt, and periods of intense uncertainty, but within these challenges lies the potential for immense growth, profound transformation, and an exhilarating sense of freedom. Consider this reality code breakdown within the grander tapestry of human evolution, a potential catalyst for a paradigm shift that will reshape our world. This breakdown may simply be part of a natural cycle of destruction and renewal, mirroring the way forests regenerate after a fire, leading to a new era of heightened consciousness and spiritual awakening. Your individual choices and actions ripple outwards, shaping the collective reality in ways you may not even fully comprehend. Remember that beliefs are not just abstract concepts. They are frequencies that resonate within the quantum field, attracting experiences that align with those vibrations. By choosing love over fear, compassion over judgment, and truth over deception, you contribute to a collective field of higher consciousness that can transform our world. As you navigate this breakdown, you unlock the potential for a life filled with inner peace, unwavering authenticity, and freedom from the insidious grip of manipulation. You are not merely a passive observer in this unfolding drama. You are an active participant, a co-creator of a new reality. This individual journey towards self-discovery and empowerment is intricately linked to the global shift in consciousness. As more and more individuals awaken to the truth of their own power and potential, a critical mass of conscious energy is being generated, influencing the collective field and paving the way for a more harmonious and sustainable future. Your efforts to align with love, compassion, and truth are not isolated acts. They are integral components of this global transformation, like individual threads weaving together to create a magnificent tapestry. So, what concrete steps can you take to continue your journey and accelerate your growth? Start by incorporating daily mindfulness practices into your routine, even if it's just a few minutes of quiet meditation or mindful breathing. Connect with like-minded individuals and supportive communities who share your values and aspirations. Spend time in nature, immersing yourself in the beauty and wisdom of the natural world. Above all, trust your inner knowing. Cultivate your connection with the heart knowing, that sacred space within you where truth resides, by intentionally setting aside time each day to listen to your intuition. Remember that voice of wisdom that whispers beneath the surface of your conscious mind. It is always there, guiding you towards your highest potential. Embrace a spirit of relentless curiosity and experimentation, exploring new ideas, challenging old beliefs, and daring to step outside of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to question everything, to seek out alternative perspectives, and to forge your own unique path. The future remains uncertain, and there are no guarantees, but uncertainty is not something to fear. It is fertile ground for creativity, innovation, and the emergence of new possibilities. It is within this space of uncertainty that we have the opportunity to co-create a new reality, a reality that is aligned with our highest aspirations and our deepest values. As you continue your exploration, consider delving deeper into the realms of quantum physics, ancient wisdom traditions, and consciousness studies. These areas of inquiry can provide you with profound insights into the nature of reality and the power of the human mind. What if the reality code is not just a system of beliefs and structures, but also a reflection of the holographic nature of the universe? What if our thoughts and emotions have the power to directly influence the fabric of reality? What if extraterrestrial influences are playing a more significant role in our evolution than we currently realize? And what if we have the capacity to create entirely new reality codes, shaping our world according to our collective vision? In upcoming videos and resources, we will delve into advanced techniques for navigating the reality code breakdown, including the exploration of time jumping, remote viewing, and other practices that can expand your awareness and empower you to become a conscious co-creator of reality. These techniques will provide you with practical tools and strategies for navigating the shifting landscape of our world and harnessing the power of your own mind. We invite you to share your experiences, insights, and questions in the comments section below, fostering a sense of community and shared exploration. What is one limiting belief you are choosing to release today? By sharing your journey, you can inspire others, learn from their experiences, and contribute to the collective awakening that is transforming our world. Remember, you are not alone. We are all in this together, navigating the reality code breakdown and co-creating a new Earth. And together, we can create a world filled with peace, joy, and abundance for